As we just mentioned, well, a lot of dubious content circulates on social media before it enters the media mainstream. Now, go-to news sources like Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter are under increasing pressure to weed out the really toxic stuff. But in an age when everything is political, cleaning up the virtual public sphere won't be easy. Adam has more.
I go to my damn Twitter account, and it says that I'm locked out. What in the hell? How did my damn account get locked?
It got locked because Twitter is weeding out the automated accounts, or bots, that have wreaked havoc in the space where social media and politics converge.
You program the bots that are following you to repeat your message. And what happens is that a larger and larger number of people see the retweets.
So this week, Twitter froze accounts it thought might be automated until the account holder confirmed they're a real person.
Put in your phone number or something, and we'll send you a code, and you can unlock your account.
Which sounds pretty straightforward, but for some conservatives, it wasn't.
We have a conservative student group saying they've lost 3,000 followers. Why is it conservative accounts and conservative followers that are being deleted?
Maybe because lately those bots prefer conservative talking points to liberal ones. In a statement, Twitter insists it's operating without political bias. But in the current political environment, that might be impossible.
I think, on average, whites are more intelligent than blacks.
White supremacist Jared Taylor was banned by Twitter in December. Now he's suing, with his attorney arguing that Taylor has always shared his views respectfully. If Twitter is serious about cleaning itself up, expect a lot more people to cry foul.
All right, so Adam, if bots are picking up more conservative commentary,
yep.
And then so Twitter is
in
reading
an automated way, purveying it, expanding it.
How are the conservatives not right then that they're being targeted?
Well, I think the answer would be that these outside actors that Twitter doesn't want to allow to distort the play of conversation in the virtual public sphere, for whatever reason, these primarily Russian bots seem to want to purvey conservative talking points. So in that sense, yeah, there's an unavoidable political impact if you try to crack down on automated Russian actors that are spreading stuff far and wide in a way that they're not supposed to, according to Twitter's terms of service. I think where they're wrong is the notion that this is a conspiracy to silence conservative speech. No, it's an attempt to silence or to limit bots, and Twitter being used for information warfare. And right now, that might be something.
A lot of people want these bots. We should make that clear.
A lot of people want them.
Want them, yeah, because it's promoting their message. And
well, right, exactly. Yeah.
I don't get it. To me, if Twitter is taking bot followers away from your account, you either thank them or you contend that these are not actually bot accounts. Then I could see complaining about it. I don't see complaining about bot accounts being taken away from you. Not that Twitter's perfect by any means. I just got through a week and a half of being I got hit by Turkish hackers.
Wow.
And I had this horrendous problem trying to reset my password. And I finally had a friend who knew somebody at Twitter and got my account restored. But there's a lot going on.
Well, you've always carried water for the Kurds.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. The Kurdish people need their support on Twitter. But you know, I mean, I don't know why people are complaining about having bot accounts taken away from them, but that's just me.
I think that Twitter does have to be careful. I mean, they put out that statement saying that there's no politics involved in this, but you do have to be careful. If there's a better way to start weeding through these accounts and make sure that they aren't targeting anyone for a political leaning, I think that's very important. But I also I'm not reassured necessarily by the fact that by verifying with a phone number it's going to take care of the problem. To me, that seems like, I'm not a technology geek or whatever it may be. It seems like you could set up a fake phone number somewhere somehow and have someone answer it. You're telling me no. So
no, because they send you a code and you have to enter it.
Well, I'm sure that somebody can figure out some kind of thing. It doesn't seem, with my understanding of technology, it doesn't seem that difficult to be able to respond to something with a phone number. And so it feels as if you need something a little bit more complicated than that in order to really crack down on the problem. Maybe I'm being a little naive here and not fully understanding how technology works. But it feels like this system could be a little bit more robust if we are indeed trying to weed out some of these bad elements.
No, but I think you're exactly right. This is it's like an arms race. You know, the next step is, well, you have that two-step verification, and the next thing we've got to do is go to another one. But I think what this is all about, I think it's so many of these online, and they tend to be more conservative than liberal. I just think that's the way the proportion falls, is that both it's ego gratification and a way of measuring their particular influence is by having followers. They don't want followers to be identified as bots. They're, in their view, these are real people that are listening to my great wisdom. So they're embarrassed when they're told that a lot of your followers are really phony. They're machines. They're algorithms, and that's what they're angry about.
I'm not sure that, and I don't know the answer. My hunch tells me that that desire for followers and a conviction that you are big in terms of your Twitter following, I don't know that it's different for conservatives than liberals or people in the center, but I do think it's demonstrable that right now these bots are purveying right-wing talking points more than left-wing talking points. So that's why there's the disproportionate impact. I would also urge everyone watching, I gave a rave a few months back for this project called Hamilton 68, which tracks in real time what hashtags and messages and keywords bots linked to Russia are putting out there via social media. It's fascinating to look at that on any given day and see how the effort to affect our democracy here in the U.S. is taking shape from over to the east.
One of the reasons that Twitter and Facebook and any of these companies never really get this right is that their business model is built on employing as few people as possible. So the bots are being eliminated by bots. I mean, it's almost impossible to find a human being to deal with at these companies to help you with a legitimate problem. If there was more human intervention at these companies, we would have fewer of these problems.
You couldn't call Twitter yourself.
It's impossible.
No, you can't. You know,
it's impossible.
Same with a lot of those things. You just can't get through. You've got a problem, and you're done.